line when I said it was going to be a short break. We're already back, and we got the matchup I wanted to see. Chica and SpaceLyon going against Noah, Jay, and Avxry. Of course, we got to switch up those just a little bit, but hey, Chica is one of the females that I've been wanting to watch because she's such a great competitive player. Of course, not professional, but still well up there, and I could see her actually making a professional run in this game so far. Of course, you've had some opinions on it, but joining me on the couch now, replacing Ryan, is in fact going to be Lando Sanders.
What's up,
going
baby?
on, man? How you doing? Welcome back.
It's been a week, pal. It's been a little bit of time.
You were over in Florida.
I was getting sunburned and watching the tournament, actually, which was pretty nice, but I'm glad to be back. It's nice to be on the seat, the hot seat, and watching some awesome Fortnite.
What do you have to say about Tfue, you know, our champion last week?
I'm not going to lie. I may or may have not been in the production room at the end of that last game, listening to a little bit of choice words.
Get the intel.
Yeah, Tfue's definitely not the happiest that he just died to a player using a jetpack, but some interesting strategies. I was watching that Tfue kind of be brought out and whatnot. He's personally, at least in my opinion, I think a lot of people's opinion as well, the greatest Fortnite player in the game right now.
Yep,
arguably, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and there was just some insane stuff that he was utilizing, like just kind of out-of-character things. Like there was 2 different opportunities where I saw him actually decide not to even use a gold FAMAS and stick it out with a green AR twice, like 2 different times. And from what I heard, apparently he does not like the burst whatsoever. And
well, if you notice, one of his best attributes, and a lot of players don't do this yet, is that little peek shooting, where they shoot and they peek 1 bullet at a time, and that's something you can't do with the burst as effectively.
Right.
And it takes advantage of the one-shot accuracy of the M16. You could also do it with the SCAR, and it also it takes your hitbox so you can't get shot while you're doing it. So that's something that he's mastered, and no one else has really mastered it yet. And it's something that you can't really do with the burst rifle, so it makes sense.
Definitely.
Well, we got early in the game so far. We see Chica and SpaceLyon. They decided to hit up Salty, which is, of course, one of those spots that we see quite often. And we got NoahJ and Avxry going pool. Now, this is something we've seen them do at least in a couple of other tournaments. They kind of like to come in the background. I know for a fact at least one of their spots that they like to go to is Shifty Shafts. That's one of their spots, and they like to go into Tilted once they kit up, of course, pick up however many kills they can from there.
Okay.
But NoahJ and Avxry, they kind of like to be on the outskirts and then push their way in, so this is really typical of them. Now, Chica and SpaceLyon, this is the first time they're competing with each other. Typically, SpaceLyon is playing with other personalities. Chica is playing with Ghost. They've managed to switch that up now because Ghost is going to be competing with Big Faults. But Chica and SpaceLyon, I'm really excited to see them specifically because, like I said, Chica is a dominant, at least player so far from what I've seen. I've tuned into her streams quite often. SpaceLyon, of course, on the FaZe Pro team, is one of those players we haven't seen really yet in our tournaments, but now we're finally going to get a chance to see his skills. And obviously, with the FaZe boys, you can't go wrong with them so far, at least in these tournaments, but we'll see if SpaceLyon can kind of continue the FaZe dominance in this winner's bracket. So let's call the action, boys. What are we seeing?
Well, right now they're farming, so I'm really just checking out their skin loadout, which is very important in my eyes. You know, as a style, no backpack here coming out from Chica. That's a bold play. No backpack,
Going with the
Same
default.
thing with Noah, right? Noah's not rocking a backpack either, man.
And Noah rocking the old school, really old school skin came out during Halloween 2017 with the scythe and all. And that's actually a skin that a lot of people don't have. So, and he's going with the shopping cart because I believe it's slightly faster than running around. So.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit faster, but still,
especially downhill like
it
this.
makes you. Well, downhill is so much fun.
Okay. Casually just flying at a whim, just hold it on.
I can't lie. Watching these players on the shopping cart, including myself, whenever I was on it, it gives me anxiety because we've all rode a shopping cart at one point in our life, and if you put too much weight back, you're gonna flip over.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm always like, oh my gosh, they're gonna flip over. So I just imagine myself doing that. But nonetheless, we see them over at Greasy. They made their way over there, still sticking together. Only 2 kills there for Avxry. Looking at the other end, we're sitting at 1 kill for Chica on top. She managed to get it with the tactical sub earlier, but now she's managed to switch that out. They're going to be over in Fatal, which is not a spot you're going to see a lot of players, at least right now, because, of course, they've pretty much moved out. They might pick up a few kills, but who knows? That's
what I've been seeing a lot from a lot of our teams is that quite a few squads, when it comes down to like Fatal, they actually find quite a few engagements, which to me is like like I said, I don't want to call myself a pro player by any means, not even close.
You no,
should
not pro. What?
Should not even be brought in the realm of that. But no, I've been seeing quite a few teams actually kind of rotate here, kind of toward the latter parts of a game, as it looks like we do see SpaceLyon get a nice shotgun to the face. But there are going to be a few engagements when it comes into Fatal. They seem kind of few and far between. But right now, it seems that they actually are on the cusp of finding a squad. As looking on now toward Noah J, just sitting outside of Greasy Grove, has got a rocket launcher here.
Yeah, so both teams are in the midst of a battle here. SpaceLyon was going to pick up that kill over at Fatal, and Noah getting approached here by a single ramp.
Oh,
shotgun in the back.
And that's the RNG we're talking about, right? So that team, and like I said, right, they're always going to be in a 1v2, and you can see how mad he is.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's got to hurt because, like I said, NoahJ and Avxry, they are the most consistent team, at least so far, or at least one of the most consistent. So them going down early like that does, in fact, hurt Avxry in a team fight himself with the same one that took out Noah. He's going to go ahead and knock that down, get a shot on it, but can that player's got the burst. We've seen it happen once. Is it? No, I don't think it is a jetpack.
How is this guy not dead?
How is Avxry not dead at this point? Look at it. I mean, come on. He's taking so much damage. The players are pushing him. This is going to be a big, monumental push.
Yeah, these are some good players that Avxry's facing off against
doubt.
right now. Finally takes out one. It's like the 30 HP was just narrowly there. Gets a little bit of resources, but one is on him yet again.
Nice
shot to the face. Yeah, that's great recovery there because if not, we talk about the consistency, right, of NoahJ and Avxry squads, like you said, Taylor, throughout a lot of our tournaments. It's almost guaranteed this team's going to be top 6. It looks like Chica actually gets dropped there for the moment. But right now, kind of the hopes of this squad, there's, 34 players up in total. That's a lot of kills still to go down.
I think he's going to go for a pulse grenade kill here, Avxry. He is.
Yeah, he definitely is. Let's see. Was he able to get the knock? No, he
don't
wasn't.
Think so.
And there he goes. He finally gets eyes on the player and gets it. So what a build. That just shows Avxry is a dominant opponent. That's why it's showing they're so consistent in our tournaments. Noah gets dropped. Avxry comes through, manages to pick off that team.
And has to, right?
And that was a good team.
Oh, yeah. It really sucks that Noah had to go out like that. And
it does.
He was kind of tunnel visioning on the first couple of players he saw. But you have to keep in mind here that they're fighting constant 2v4s.
Right.
And the most important thing, and like this is coming from Gears of War, any competitive shooter, you need information. You need to know where people are before you engage.
Oh, my God. Avxry.
And now he's getting approached again, we could assume, by another team of 4, and he's solo.
I'm going to be sick, I think. Just the, oh, God.
Oh, I love this. This is
the impulse. He gets a go, but
see ya.
Knocks him. But that's okay, though. He has no coverage at this point. The player's not building up. Comes in with the rocket launcher. Might knock him off of that perch, and it does not. He's going to pick up that kill. Mind you, at this point with 6 kills, he has currently taken over the lead single-handedly. And, of course, we got to give into account Noah's kills, too. So we'll get a scoreboard later on. But, of course, 5 kills for Chica and SpaceLyon, and he's going to go ahead and heal up. What a build battle that Avxry just went through, and he manages to get through it.
And I'm not going to lie, that fight right there was kind of match deciding. If he would have went down right after NoahJ did, then there's a good chance that Chica and SpaceLyon could have took a huge lead here in this game 1,
absolutely.
which once again carries over to game 2. The fact that he's still alive and fighting, it just keeps his team in the running for this set right here.
Right, and it still puts pressure on Chica and SpaceLyon, right?
Of course.
Because there's one player left. If no team's there, of course, they can kind of chill out, relax, and just pick up kills as they might. But still, what we have, 6-5 is going to be the current score. I guess Noah
so no kills for Noah then.
No kills for Noah, so that's going to be easy to keep score of. So 6 kills, but still has the lead nonetheless. We'll see Chica and SpaceLyon. They're going to be a dusty divot.
And one thing that I'm going to point out that I feel like a lot of players aren't realizing yet is that when there's like 30 players left, that's probably where the most amount of engagements are going to come from. You think, okay, well, like 70% of the lobby is gone. Actually, not like really when it comes to total kills. Like those 30 engagements are in such a more enclosed area than the original 7 you were in the beginning. They're like, I feel like when it comes down to the final 35, the final 30, that's when you have to be alive. Like you can't, like in this situation, right? Avxry obviously loses NoahJ. He's in like a permanent 1v4 squad versus when probably all 3 of these players still up are going to be involved in most of the engagements. So like I said, regardless of there being most of the lobby out, there's still probably more engagements than there would be in the original fact. So I think this is where we need to see a lot more teams kind of not necessarily play more passively, but play their life a lot more effectively. I know you just talked about, Ribs, the fact they're facing off against squads consistently.
Yep, sure.
But this is where you're going to be facing off against the top of the talent, and we're going to be seeing much more engagements in the initial start.
We do see a team fight going in. As
very
we're
aggressive here from
SpaceLyon is very aggressive, and of course we haven't seen too much from him yet in our tournament, so it's really great to see him be able to showcase off his skills. And look at the building, phenomenal building overall, getting that. But the player he's going against though is not too bad himself, right? We got a nice little build battle, but of course he does have Chica still hanging close to SpaceLyon, so that's going to provide some backup. And this is this is what I love about these builds, where it's just
I couldn't tell if that was a porta-fort or an actual build. It's actually not. Really
it's just Chica. It's just Chica building up. I mean, I'm telling you, she's a great, talented player. RPG going down.
That's going to really hurt out the bases because you already have the top ground advantage. You have the rockets at your side. He's got plenty of utility to rock here. They should be in a pretty good spot, of course, depending on how many players are actually in this setup, because that remains to be seen.
Yeah, they approached him really fast. He had jump rocks. They ran out right when he started engaging, and then he just went and took the high ground. Ooh. And I don't see these players contesting the high ground very much. So
not at all. They're just hanging low to the ground, aren't they?
Which isn't a bad strat.
SpaceLyon 5 HP, though. He just gets taken down quite a bit and needs to stay up. Goes for the solidified kill. It's a good situation.
Chug jug there.
Yeah, thankfully has the chug jug. He's got a campfire.
Chica's keeping her high ground and supporting him. She's going to pull up. Get the shotgun kill on this player. Yes.
That's gotta be frustrating for that player. Just like has like the building kit out, like waiting to shoot. Just like, oh, I can't. I got the blueprint in my hands.
I love getting in fights like that where your opponent just has the map out and just a pencil, right? And then you just have that pencil war going on. And
That's usually me. Like I'm usually like, oh, where's my ramp at? And I just have a shotgun blast in my face within seconds.
Some more kills going down as
and
we're
props
seeing
to Avxry, right? He's still up. Like he's
still
hanging
up.
in there.
So even if they go in it with a deficit, right, it's not going to be as much as it would have been if he would have dropped early on, right?
Yeah,
That's
logic.
logic.
Yeah, you could argue like if Avxry drops in one of those initial fights, the one where he ends up dropping earlier, this is probably a game where they're looking at, okay, we're probably hitting the losers bracket. And that's just even off of game one. Like losing early on in these games is so pivotal.
Yep.
But like I said, still a lot of players up. Not the greatest on HP, but definitely has the opportunity. A nice knockdown onto Scooby Doodle or Doodle. I don't even know.
Gonna need that med kit, 100%.
Yeah, definitely needs some meds right now as he's weathering the storm quite literally.
So
he's doing a phenomenal job right now.
Oh, 100%. He's going to look like he's going to heal up at this point. Now, we saw, who was it? It was Cloaksy in this situation before we got pushed. Of course, he's not getting pushed at this point, so this is definitely beneficial nonetheless. He'll take some damage, but he'll come out of the storm.
And all three players are actually in the storm right now.
Yes, they are. Just showing, wait, maybe that's a strategy they're going to employ in the next round too, right? They're going to kind of weather the storm, stay close to the storm. We talked about this at least pregame, right? Weathering the storm. And Landon, you have a little bit of an opinion on that.
Well, I just think as far as what we've seen from a lot of players, they've kind of been hanging out in the middle of the circle for our past 3 weeks. It's kind of been like teams kind of hanging out, waiting for the engagements, but you kind of have to play to who you're facing off against, which is a lot of randoms, a lot of players who necessarily aren't playing as much as you are. A lot of them are going to be hanging out on the edge of the circle, not really knowing where the storm is going to be.
Look where this circle is going, though. It's one of those dynamic safe zones that are far into the corner of the map. So good player or bad player, a lot of players are going to be caught in rotation right now.
Right.
So naturally, you're going to be finding players that are coming from the center of the map trying to get to this far east safe zone.
Oh, I think he just sniped someone through the
He did. That was a very nice shot.
Through the wall.
And Avxry is threatening to win this first round here.
He is. He's at 10 kills.
And he's doing a great job. You know, he's fought in multiple 1v3s already. And he's done well and taking a lot of damage too.
He's actually leading currently by 3 kills over the team of Chica and SpaceLyon just by himself. So you know Noah's got to be feeling good about that. We saw he was so disappointed when he went down, and rightly so. And that was relatively early in the game. So Avxry is single-handedly managing to take this over with still 7 engagements left. Chica and SpaceLyon could in fact tie it up, but nonetheless, Noah and Avxry, they got to be feeling good to go into round 2 at least with nice little padding to their score. So. Good job from Avxry, just showing how good he is, and he's kitted up fairly well, at least for this final run. He's got a sniper, he's got the med kit, and he's got the the purple AR as well. So he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's very well kitted for
the
last 7 engagements. So
absolutely.
And they played round 1, the TSM boys, right? Avxry and NoahJ.
Avxry and NoahJ. No, they did not. That was Ninja and Dr. Lupo. Are you talking about TSM Daquan and Yanni? Let's check it out.
I know that. I know Ninja
this is definitely round 2.
Right? NoahJ and Avxry. Yeah, so you're right. NoahJ and Avxry played.
Hamlin's and Myth, right?
No. They played. Well, no, excuse me. They played Dakotas and Yellow.
Oh, okay. Dakotas
team.
Dakotas.
Yeah, it was Ninja and Dr. Lupo played the TSM boys.
Okay.
And I know Ninja's team walked away with that victory.
They did. They 2-0. So they'll be in the losers. So, but I mean, still, you got to think Dakotas is a talented player as well. So that was a tough matchup, right? First round. So. But yeah, I mean, this round is definitely coming to a close. Only 6 more engagements left. And one thing that I did notice is Avxry, he kind of spaced himself out from Chica and SpaceLyon and tried not to kind of mix his kills with theirs, right? And it pays off.
Yeah, they kind of came in from different directions, which honestly, if you're in SpaceLyon and Chica's point of view, we've seen a lot of teams being in that 2v1. You kind of send one player to kind of annoy the other, so they kind of have to compete for kills while one guy is out solo, kind of finding those kills by himself. So I think they're finally going to join up, which isn't a surprise because of the way that they came in from the storm. But not too surprising that it actually looks like SpaceLyon could be finding yet again another kill toward the overall score right now.
Easy kills.
And nearly should find the second with the double pump. And I believe, that one actually gets stolen out by Avxry.
Wow.
Yes,
that was a big kill because we saw a few missed shots there. Right when you were saying easy kill, he missed. He literally whiffed.
I saw
2
that.
shots. And right here comes
you can see
Avxry.
it in Avxry's screen, I believe. That's the kill that he steals there. I think his screen's a little bit delayed, I believe.
So that's the thing, right? Coming up, sticking together, right? You're a single player. You come up, you have a little of extra padding. Avxry now, you just saw it on his screen, getting that little replay.
Oh yeah, so he basically got a 2-piece right there, and now he's still up.
He's at 12 kills, like solo. The entirety of the score right now for NoahJ and Avxry is like by itself on Avxry's shoulders. That's a huge play from him. A lot could argue like, okay, it's cool that he's keeping it close. He's within a few kills. He's leading this game by himself.
12-9 by 3 kills.
Yeah.
Not to mention that in the very beginning when NoahJ got taken out, that he got 5 kills right there in Greasy Grove. That was the start of it all, and he was at low health that whole time. So now we're going to see only 3 players left, and
Ooh, there it is.
they're going to get the last 3,
And-
and that should be a tie game now.
Yeah, Chica gets 2 there.
Yeah, Chica got 2, SpaceLyon got 1.
Yep, so that's
a tie
3.
game.
It's a
So
tie game.
Very
So,
good job.
but come on,
to-
a tie game,
to
a
Avxry.
1v2 situation. That just
Absolute
comes to show
props, yeah.
what could they have done if his partner was still up. Well, actually, probably not much more, to be honest with you, because they probably would have took the same route, and he probably still would have got the same kills. So just to show how close it was, going into the second game now, I still expect NoahJ and Avxry at this point. They're going to keep the same strategy. They're going to go to the low populated areas, kind of kit up, and then they're going to choose their route from there, taking the FaZe strategy that we talked about previously.
Yeah,
so.
going to like junk or something like that. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing that I really liked so far about NoahJ and Avxry is we talk about their consistency as far as their placements.
Right.
But like I said, the typical strategy for this team isn't to go out all aggressive. Hey, let's go tilted. Let's kind of hang
That's
out
like
on
the
the
Nick
outskirts.
Merck Cypher strategy.
yeah,
They go
it's
tilted
kinda
every
like-
game.
Every game.
Yeah, it's and theirs is kind of like, hey, we're gonna kind of make our way throughout the map. They kind of realize that, hey, we're not gonna be the up in your close personal fights. If they have to happen, obviously we've seen NoahJ in previous tournaments
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off solo. Avxry in this situation
Right.
goes off solo. These
Right.
guys have the ability, but I think that's what's really awesome about their play is their ability to realize the overall situation of the game, which is slow, passive play, kind of consistency throughout the entire match, which I think perfectly plays out in their placements, which is overall consistent. We argued they're probably the most consistent team
Yep.
in all of our tournaments so far, placing second, third, fourth, around those all the time. And you got to give massive credit for them based off their play solo. I mean,
Sure.
based off their plays leading
That was
to tournaments
extremely
like this.
clutch right there.
Oh,
from
yeah,
Avxry.
absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you have to be able to do it all. You have to be able to do that consistent, the war of attrition. But then when the odds are against you, you have to be able to go off and do it solo too. So that's a perfect example of how Avxry is able to do it all right there.
Absolutely.
It
I
really,
mean,
it really credits the depth of the team, I feel.
no, it does. It does. And it just comes to show, like, your partner is absolutely crucial in picking this. And that's why I said I was excited for Chica to be with SpaceLyon, because it's 2 competitive players. And, of course, with that said, though, going into game number 2, it's going to be all tied up, right? It's going to be all tied up. NoahJ and Avxry probably going to go to their same little – it looks like they might be threatening Shifty. At least I'm looking at Noah's screen to see where he's going to be going. He's looking at Tilted, but, of course, he's not going to be going there.
It's an interesting landing that we have here.
But
It's like,
I think Chica and SpaceLyon, it looks like they're going to be going salty once again. That seems to be their spot.
We are getting a tilted run here.
really?
Yeah, it looks like
I don't get it. Like, why?
Once again, the bus location. It's coming here from
It's
the
a little
north.
awkward,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's coming from the northwest
Right.
corner of the map. Not many people are going to go to Pleasant Park or Junk Junction.
Well, it's salty, though. I mean,
I don't know. Like this is totally untypical. I mean, we literally were just talking about NoahJ and Avxry.
Bad landing. here
Probably
for
going to go to like
SpaceLyon.
Salty. Probably going to go to somewhere that's not necessarily super overly populated.
Right.
But they're gonna.
Oh no, they're doing
Are they going over it?
they're doing shifty shafts.
they're doing Shifty.
Yes.
So that's what I was saying. So Shifty is one
Okay.
of their areas. And the reason being because they can go over there, get
Look
a
at 'em
couple of
scout.
engagements, and then they can come down and then come over to Tilted. So this is one of the spots that they love to go to.
Okay.
And, of course,
I was going to say. I was like,
so, yeah.
please do not tell me.
Yeah, no. So obviously Shifty is the better option for them, and then we're going to see another salty drop for Chica and SpaceLyon. So
And this game right here, I really want to see NoahJ pick it up. Coming from a competitive standpoint,
Right.
what really like tests a top player's like ability to thrive is when they have a bad game. How do they pick it up?
Yep.
Do you let it get to you, or are you just like, wow, Avxry, you're really holding me down right now. Now I'm going to hold you down this game. So I really want to see if NoahJ is able to pick it up here. It wasn't a bad death last
No.
game. He just got shot in the back.
just got shot in the back.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
But I'm sure if I watch my teammate go off like that, that pumps me up. That makes me want to,
Motivate.
meet him halfway.
And it probably makes you question too. Like, if I was alive, like, what kind of lead would we
Right.
have leading
Sure.
into this match? So,
Sure.
yeah, I think, like you said, Ribs, like all the momentum probably behind NoahJ right now to really perform.
Well, not too much going on now in terms of engagement. Salty, pretty quiet.
I'm surprised both of
Shifty,
these
pretty
landing
quiet.
spots were
Very quiet. Well, you said, of course, the trajectory of the battle bus, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of people probably went tilted and
Oh, yeah.
retail, tilted retail and dusty. A lot of them didn't want to go south of that.
Maybe
Right.
Pleasant as well, potentially.
Yeah, definitely Pleasant. Yeah, it was right there at the bus's spawn.
but it's perfectly acceptable at this point because it's a tied game. Playing slow is not going to hurt either which team here.
That being said, both of these teams, once they kit up, they should be rotating north towards the center line of the map because that's where the majority of the players should be. I doubt anyone went like Lucky Landing or like really south map.
Yeah. If Ninja was playing right now, he probably would go lucky.
I was getting ready to say,
'cause
like,
Ninja loves his lucky landing.
It was so far from the bus's trajectory. That would have been a far stretch.
It wouldn't surprise me with Ninja. The way who knows with Ninja, right? Guy is just an animal.
Yeah, I really want to see some gameplay out of him and Dr. Lupo today. I'm
Oh, I'm sure we
excited
will.
to See
Absolutely.
how they'll do, especially after that first round win. That was a big win versus Myth and Hamlins.
I was kind of surprised that like we actually see Ninja and King Richard split apart from each other after a second place finish. Granted,
Right.
they were in the winners bracket. They lose 2 back-to-back series.
They get a
but-
llama? They must have.
Who got the llama?
Yeah, because I just saw SpaceLyon drop. He
Space got a llama.
Yeah, that's definitely luck of the Irish there. Speaking of lucky landing, that's RNG, man. That when I get a llama in game, I get so happy. Sometimes I don't even tell my teammates. I'm like, I don't want to tell my teammates because then they're gonna ask me for some match.
This game just invokes happiness. I get so happy when I play this game and as a viewer as well. I mean, and there we go. So there's the mushroom. We just saw Noah pick up that mushroom for the 5 shield, right? So that's something they just added in, and which personally I like. Now you have an option to get above 75, or excuse me, 50 shield, and you have an opportunity with the apples to get above 75 health.
I think it's a good way to balance it because I know the apples are only available in certain areas.
Right.
And obviously the mushrooms are as well.
Yeah.
So
and you can't find a lot of them. Usually you find like 4 or 5. It's like finding a mini shield on the floor.
Yeah,
it's like that's it. It's nothing crazy.
It's nothing crazy, but it's just a little bit of a
nice
buff,
way to top
right?
you off if you got bandages.
Absolutely,
or something like that.
absolutely.
Okay, we're going to see the rotation here from SpaceLyon and Chica into Dusty Divot. So they went north, and they're just kind of scout. They might have to just go towards Tilted if they don't see anybody here at Dusty Divot.
Well, they did see actually someone across the way. I saw a Pop Rock break off, and we're seeing Chica now. Looks like she's going to be engaged on that player. But, of course, SpaceLyon, he's going to continue on. He's not going to be hanging out with Chica. I believe Chica's going to try and move up, but no backup for him so far. She's going to go ahead and dip out of that fight, which I did just see a kill go down, and that was actually Avxry getting a knock.
Yeah, they're coming in here from the south side of Tilted, and they're not entering Tilted yet. They're just seeing if they could get free damage here from the hill.
This is what they do.
I haven't seen this yet. I like it a lot. Just like free damage, and it's annoying for the players in Tilted because a lot of them are already probably preoccupied fighting other people, and then here just comes accurate shots from NoahJ and Avxry over on top of the hill.
Yeah, this is something that's been really consistent whenever it comes to Noah and Avxry. They love to hit up Shifty and then come into Tilted. It's just one of the things that they do. They get kitted up and then they come into battles that, like you said, that are already pre-existing or people who are pretty low, as we see, as he's going to go ahead and drop down. He did, but still, did you notice he managed to pick up a hit before he dropped? Just showing, I mean, just the composure and the lasering ability of his shots. Good stuff coming in from him, but still sitting at 0 kills.
Yeah, I mean...
Granted,
they go from Shifty into like Tilted like a fade, so I think they don't really see anyone inside of Shifty. So it's not really too surprising me that they don't have a whole lot of engagements, but it's got to be a little bit questionable, right? It's a tie game heading into this. Like, do you really try to force the engagements early? But this is what we talk about. This is their play.
Well, we're
They're
still
not
sitting
guys
at 0 over there.
Right. So, quick question: winner of this game wins the set.
Yes.
It's a 2-0.
Right. Exactly.
Unless we see overtime with an even amount of kills.
Yeah, sure. So it makes sense to why they're not even engaging Tilted right now because this is the match right here. You know, you can't. I was expecting them to go in, take that damage, and try to clean up those kills. But
this is their play though. Like they don't like this kind of fits perfectly into their play style. A tie game heading into to map 2.
Not to mention, Chica and SpaceLyon don't have any kills. So why engage in Tilted when you're probably going against some of the best players in the lobby, the most aggressive players that landed Tilted? You know, rotate out. Don't take that 2v4 right now. And if Chica and SpaceLyon aren't getting kills, then they don't need to do anything right now either.
And to be fair, it's been a relatively slow game too in terms of kills. I mean, we're looking at the engagements. There's still 43 players left.
Totally different from game 1, right?
Totally different, right?
Yeah, right?
A lot of engagements. So now, I mean, it's still a little bit slower. Players are kind of spread off. And mind you, they landed, kind of off the beaten path. But we do see a battle going down over here at Luke Lake with Chica and SpaceLyon.
This, in my personal experience, is a dangerous area to be because not only that, but you're right next to Tilted. You could easily get pinched. And if that does happen, and if that team comes from Tilted right now, Chica's going to be caught out in the water. So they need to take this fight quickly, and it seems like they're going to. And they're going to get that team wipe. Good job to them. I think that was 3 kills for them. It's going to put them in the lead here.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 kills
to 1.
Yeah, 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
Overall, it's something different, but really, it's 0 heading into this game.
Well, they're still up by 2, or excuse me, they're still up by 3. You're right. So I mean, hey. Overall, good stuff coming in from them as we do see finally Noah is going to find a player.
They're pretty much kind of fighting for kills at this point.
They met up too.
Coming from the mountain, ends up escaping with an engagement that probably SpaceLyon and Chica would have managed to grab otherwise.
That's funny. Noah and Avxry just rotated all the way around Tilted just to come back around, and they actually
outlining the entirety of Tilted, basically.
Yeah, and safe gameplay, and that's what you want to do. If you're not losing by too much, just play it safe, play it smart.
And there's quite a few kills left, right? I mean, there's
a lot.
40 players.
A lot. It's been a slow game.
Already up. So kind of maybe everyone, including SpaceLyon, Chica, NoahJ, and Avxry, all kind of playing a similar role of passive style.
It's a much less octane game here than the first match that we watched, but it's still neck and neck. It's still just as intense, and I'm sure the players feel the pressure right now going into this game 2 with a tied game 1, and it's pretty much winner take all right here.
Yeah, I mean. Getting eliminated in like winners round 1, winners round 2, and then getting immediately sent to the losers bracket, it's got to be like such an awkward feeling, like such a feeling of defeat, really, just because it's like we have this long of a run, and even if we make it to the end of the losers bracket, we have to go through the grand finals and win back-to-back series, which so far in our Fortnite tournaments hasn't really been that difficult of a result for a lot of these teams. 3 out of the 4 winners have actually came from the losers bracket and claimed the title. However, though, just, I mean, looking at that result, knowing the trek, the mountain that you have to climb, I'd got to imagine would be a really big stressor. So...
Not to mention they have to deal with Blitz, and I'd like to think
Oh,
what
yeah,
these players think about it. I know a lot of streamers, a lot of players love Blitz mode, but that's more in a casual setting.
Yeah.
If you're in not only in a bracket, but in the losers bracket, and now you have to deal with Blitz, I'm sure that's just a little disheartening because it's a very high octane game type, and when your tournament lifeline is on the line, you don't want to be playing Blitz mode.
You don't want any excess RNG that you have to deal with.
Exactly.
That's what Blitz provides, unfortunately.
SpaceLyon looking at what's going on up ahead. He saw the shopping cart, went in for the attack. Still, though, getting a little bit shaky as he did take some damage. Managed to get the kill. He's all right.
Avxry picks up one simultaneously, so I think they're fighting the same teams right now.
So
and
sitting at 4 kills.
Sticking together. And this is what I was talking about before. When these two teams meet together and they become one unit, it's really scary for the competition in this lobby. They're trying to have a good time.
All right. A player just, I got some loot, guys. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm dead. I hit a gold rocket launcher and a chug jug.
Chug jug, big
That's
pots.
a pretty nice pickup there from Avxry.
And Avery's going to keep the C4s?
Hopefully that's a...
C4s are really good, but that good?
Well, I don't think where he's at right now currently, but I mean, hey, maybe late game we'll see. I mean, that's the thing about these tournaments. We see
I want to assume
things.
that he maybe just didn't realize it or thought like someone.
There's no way he had to have realized.
Well,
it.
he got.
Oh no! Whoa!
SpaceLyon's gonna go down.
And look at his face. He's surprised by that as well. He was taking some massive damage. Chica now has to go up and go big.
Yeah, so
SpaceLyon's still alive.
We can watch from Chica's perspective because her stream's a little bit delayed, so she's gonna watch SpaceLyon die here. So it's gonna be a pretty big moment for her. As far as what she can really provide. We saw Avxry do it in game 1. It's now Chica's turn to try to bring it back in the elimination game here.
Yeah, so what's going to happen here is Avxry and NoahJ are going to take advantage of the fact that SpaceLyon's down, but NoahJ taking a lot of damage there. So they should be able to get the majority of these kills in this fight while Chica's getting the revive.
So that's the thing. Do you go for the revive or do you go for the kills at this point?
Yeah, Chica went for the revive. I almost would have rather just box him in and try to get 1 or 2 kills.
And go for the kills, right? Because then at that point, I mean, it's such a close game. You have to be aggressive. You've got to risk it for the biscuit, as Legion said.
And you can even honestly rely on the fact that granted your teammates are essentially your enemies, but they're going to be baiting out the enemy. Like
SpaceLyon was safe right there.
Right, they're going to be taking a lot of like the damage essentially as far as the fight is considered. But yeah, kind of an awkward spot. Granted she goes for the revive, but still, it's not too much of a difference maker when it comes to the overall score. What we're separated by
one kill.
So one kill lead right here.
Plenty of frags still to come up though.
Yeah, definitely so. As we're seeing how many more engagements we have. We have 21 players. So what? That's math is hard. 18.
Now 17.
Now 17 more engagements left. So that's still a lot to work with, especially if you're only down 1 kill. So we'll see. But I mean, like we said, they are sticking together relatively closely, taking some kills. But nonetheless, SpaceLyon is going to recover. So he's got plenty of health. He's got plenty of shield. So they're right back in the game. But it's all about just finding those game. This is where RNG really starts to play out, right? Because we're going to start to see they're just going to be searching for these kills rapidly. If they can't find them, they can't find them.
And I think Avxry actually spots at least one squad there with that sniper. And the question being to me is, like, do we see the whole team or the whole kind of, 4 players stick together? Is actually the nice snipe there. 253 meters.
Yeah, that was a great shot. And that player was solo. He died instantly. That's going to put them up.
So frustrating. Like, just happened to literally get shot from who knows where. Wow.
And right now, when I look at Chica's loadout, she doesn't have much mats, and she also, she doesn't have any weapons. She doesn't have any heals, no explosives. She just has 2 shotties and an AR. Meanwhile, SpaceLyon's got a great loadout. The double shotties. He's got the hunting rifle, which is really good to pick off players. And on top of that, he's got the most mats out of anybody here.
Chica's like, you got any loot? Nope, I don't have anything. I don't have a thing to give. Sorry.
It's quite curious, I mean, because she's been around plenty of loot. I'm kind of surprised she hasn't picked anything up, but we have seen how deadly the double pump can be.
Well, what we have been seeing, though, is SpaceLyon's kind of been like the main guy for engagements. Like, he's usually the one rushing. Chica's kind of hanging back, kind of getting some exit frags, some extra damage. And in that scenario where she has the opportunity to go for those kills, she obviously results in going for the revive. So
another kill.
Yeah, they're pulling away here. I think they have a 3-kill lead now.
8 kills to 5. Yep, 3 kills.
Tossing out some grenades there from NoahJ. Could get some nice damage there as they get ready to engage here.
And I'm looking at SpaceLyon here. He needs to initiate these fights, and he needs to use his mats and his double pump to get these kills. But meanwhile, Avxry and NoahJ getting another frag.
Yep, that's 9.
Yeah.
So up by, 4 now at this
point? It's looking a little bit grim, right? There's only 13 more players left. Chica and SpaceLyon absolutely have to play better than what Noah, J, and Avxry are putting up right now. So they're going to have to get in the face of the enemy. And right now, it looks like SpaceLyon could be doing exactly that. Some engagements right inside of this building, needing to fire through, and actually goes for the rush, taking down one. So that's going to be a nice exiting frag, but they're going to have to continue to do stuff like that, Taylor, in order for them to at least bring this one back to a level playing field.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We do see that jump pad coming into Salty. Of course, that circle collapsing down. He's going to go ahead and go off to the right. Might have seen a player. He does see some buildings just up ahead. I think he's going to try and collapse in on that. Hopefully, there's going to be a player for him to be able to pick off. Of course, we just saw Chica pick up that kill. Of course, a little bit of string delay, but there it is. That is a huge knock. Going for the second as well. And this team battle, regardless, is huge for this team because, of course, Chica and SpaceLyon, they are going to be behind it, but, of course, they had the first shots. And there's the elimination coming through. Rockets coming down. That's going to bring down the base. Can they pick up the more kills? And it really, honestly, if the game's getting away from Chica and SpaceLyon at this point.
Big time. That jump pad was a huge play. It brought them right to a full team.
They're
out
so
in the open.
Oof.
And I don't know who spotted. I don't know if it was NoahJ or Avxry who spotted that team because they were so far. But they went with a mission right there. They built that jump pad and they flew across the map. They got that team wipe, and now they are up 12-6.
Yeah, this is a
Chica.
awkward spot. I think they have to find every single kill just to tie it, right?
Well, we do see SpaceLyon did, in fact, pick up a knock. Actually, he just lit it up. He just got 3 eliminations from there, and then another one coming in. I can't see that name. That was Chica, so Chica picked it up as well. So they're picking up some kills, looking pretty good. So we're sitting at, what, 9 on the right?
They have to get every
9
frag.
on the right and 12 on it. So every single frag counts.
And NoahJ sees a few players, of course, doesn't want to go for the elimination because, they're already all down.
He's
so
over here doing math.
Yeah, he's surveying, looking, and honestly just witnessing that, hey, we only have to find one more kill in order for this one to be put in the books.
Wow, they're actually making this comeback right now. I believe Chica and SpaceLyon just picked up every kill just now.
Yeah.
They're down 10-12. There's only 2 players left. So they need to get these last 2 kills to force a game 3 just to tie it up.
So that's the thing.
No pressure.
They're running around. They're going to be trying to find these engagements. No engagements going down just yet. We do see SpaceLyon building up a little bit, but I think that was just precautionary. We do see Avxry building up as well, trying to, see he's got the sniper. He's building up a little bit, and unfortunately we don't have game sound, so I don't know if there's a player just below him. He's going to have to edit out of that.
I believe he's trying to draw the player out because I feel like if he knew the player was there, then he would just be playing aggressive.
Yeah, jump pad, okay.
Yeah, he's just trying to get high ground and find him. It comes down to
Chica finds player, and actually we do see on SpaceLyon.
NoahJ needs to clutch this out. Like I said, this is all about him, and he's going to hit one shot. He misses the next one. This is all NoahJ. He's whiffing shots.
There it is.
And that's game.
And that's game. Wow, what is that? It came down to what? Just 1 or 2 kills?
Yeah, there was like maybe an exiting kill there.
Yeah, Avxry got the next kill too. So that just secured it for sure. They won by 4 there. But that was honestly a comeback right there that we saw. And they were down by 6 with 6 players left. They got 4 of those kills.
Yep.
And it looked like SpaceLyon and Chica were going to do it, but Avxry and NoahJ clutching those last 2 kills.
Wow. Like that's crazy. Like we talked about a total difference from the first game of just constantly fast-paced kills coming at all lengths. I mean, what was nearly 40 engagements for FaZe in the last game. This much slower, but the exact same result coming down to the wire gameplay.
I love
which
it.
Of course is awesome to see in the early part of this tournament.
Yeah, it just comes to show. I mean, these tournaments are in their infancy whenever it comes to esports, and already we're seeing different strategies, different things come through.
Yeah.
And it's